Anna strolled gently through the park. She hadn't visited in such a long time because the memories it held were too painful for her to confront. In the past, she enjoyed blissful walks here with her entire family, a simple joy she had taken for granted. Anna and Matthew shared a love that was deep and unyielding. They had faced many challenges together, like coming to terms with the fact that Matthew's battle with testicular cancer would prevent them from having biological children. Anna herself had suffered 2 miscarriages, yet despite these setbacks, their bond remained strong. Their home was filled with love, laughter, and joy, setting an example for many that love can overcome even the toughest obstacles. As time passed, Anna marked her 40th birthday and Matthew his 44th. Though they never openly discussed it, both longed to hear the laughter of children in their home, to feel the hustle and bustle of tiny feet. They decided to adopt. At the children's home, among many hopeful faces, a lively 3-year-old named Destiny captivated Anna. Despite her limp, Destiny's radiant smile and boundless energy touched Anna deeply. This spirited little girl, who faced her own set of challenges, seemed perfect for them. Anna felt an instant connection, as if Destiny was destined to be their daughter. A young girl with thin, slightly bent legs approached them. She might have been struggling to walk, but her eyes, large and intensely blue, bore into them with an innocent seriousness. Overwhelmed with emotion, Anna knelt down to meet her gaze. "Hello? My name is Anna. What's your name, sweetie?" The little girl examined Anna closely. After a few thoughtful moments, she gently wrapped her arms around Anna and whispered, "Mama." Subtly, Anna felt a tug. It was the director of the home. "Mrs. Myers, we need to move on." A teacher gently tried to separate the girl from Anna, but the little one became distressed. Anna's heart felt heavy and constricted. Once they were a bit further away, the director spoke hastily. "I'm so sorry. Destiny has some health issues. We can find you another child, a healthy one." Anna pulled her hand away from the director's grip and looked towards Matthew, trying to read his expression, which remained inscrutable. Without a word, Anna quickly headed towards the exit. That day marked the end of her inner tranquility. She was haunted by the image of the little girl, unable to eat or sleep. The child's cries echoed constantly in her ears. After watching Anna's anguish for 2 weeks, Matthew finally broke the silence. "Anna, please tell me what to do. How can I help?" She looked up, eyes red and swollen from tears. "Please, find out what's happening with that girl." Matthew stared at her in disbelief. "Is all this pain because of her?" Tears flowed freely down Anna's face as she replied, "Matthew, she appears in my dreams every night. Her cries are the only thing I hear. It's tearing me apart." He didn't respond with words. Instead, he embraced her tightly, offering silent comfort as they sat together, lost in their thoughts. The following day seemed just like any other until Anna received a mysterious phone call. "Anna, come quickly. We're at the cafe in the park." Before Anna could ask who "we" were or why they were there, Matthew had already hung up. "What's he doing there? And who's with him?" Anna pondered, feeling a mix of confusion and concern. It was out of character for Matthew to be so cryptic. A sinking feeling in her stomach made her pray for his safety. Whatever the situation, she just wanted him to be all right. In a stroke of bad luck, an accident had clogged the roads, making it impossible to get a taxi. Without any other option, Anna decided to run. She dashed through the crowded streets, dodging pedestrians and weaving through traffic until she reached the park. Racing to the cafe on the far side, she hastily pushed open the door, trying to compose herself as she entered. And there, to her astonishment, was Matthew seated by a window. Opposite him was the little girl from the orphanage, happily enjoying an ice cream cone, attempting to converse with Matthew. Though he seemed to struggle with understanding her, he laughed heartily. Anna approached him, her steps slowing as she neared the table. As Matthew looked up and saw her, Destiny's eyes followed, lighting up as she greeted, "Mommy." From that moment on, Anna and Destiny became inseparable. Taking a deep breath, Anna turned to Matthew, her voice filled with emotion. Now that she's here, I hope you understand. I can't bear the thought of letting her go, of hearing her cry again. Please, we need to do something. I know we can make this work." Over the next few years, Anna and Matthew, fueled by love and determination, sought out the best pediatric clinics for Destiny. They were committed to one goal: to ensure Destiny could walk without any discomfort. Their hard work, coupled with many treatments and relentless perseverance, bore fruit. Destiny no longer walked with a limp, and the hardships she once faced faded away like a distant memory. Although Destiny held immense love for both her parents, Anna couldn't help but notice her slight inclination towards Matthew. Maybe it was a father-daughter bond, or perhaps just Destiny's nature, but she always eagerly awaited his return from work and missed him dearly when he was away. Anna's heart would sometimes twinge with jealousy, seeing the affectionate embraces and kisses Destiny showered upon Matthew when he came home. Her feelings would inadvertently reflect on her face, not escaping Destiny's perceptive eyes. Sensing her mother's emotions, Destiny would quickly run to Anna, reassuring her with, "Mommy, I love you so much, and I love Daddy too." These genuine expressions of love from Destiny were always enough to wash away any of Anna's fleeting feelings of jealousy. A few months into Destiny's life with them, Anna often wondered how they ever lived without this precious child in their lives. The thought that their path might have never crossed was unfathomable. By the time Destiny turned 6, she was firmly rooted in the belief that she was born into this family and that Anna and Matthew were her true parents. Around the same time, Matthew received an enticing job offer in a different city, a promotion in fact. The decision before them was significant. The couple decided to take up the job opportunity without much hesitation. However, one of their main concerns was the close-knit nature of smaller towns. They worried that someone might inadvertently reveal to Destiny that she wasn't their biological daughter. In smaller communities where everyone knows everyone else, secrets have a way of coming out. Upon their move, Destiny quickly blossomed into her new environment. She emerged as one of the school's star students, excelling academically and taking part in a myriad of activities. Her days were filled to the brim, balancing her studies with hobbies and extracurriculars. Despite her busy schedule, Destiny remained a loving and caring daughter. For Anna and Matthew, the line between adopted and biological had blurred a long time ago. They loved Destiny with every fiber of their being and felt as if she had always been a part of their lives. Middle school was a whirlwind of change for Destiny. With 5th grade came her first taste of leadership as she took on the role of class representative. But it wasn't just academics and responsibilities that marked his face. Destiny's head was often in the stars. Her newfound love for astronomy saw her spending countless nights with her telescope, admiring the celestial wonders and dreaming of distant galaxies. High school was an intricate tapestry of experiences for Destiny, navigating the maze-like corridors, teeming with older students, discovering her persuasive voice in the debate club, and forming deep bonds defined these years. It was during 10th grade that she met Maya. The two quickly became inseparable, their friendship providing solace amidst the high-pressure environment of late-night study sessions, exam preparations, and the flurry of prom night planning. But as graduation day dawned, Destiny, who once sported innocent pigtails in her younger years, had evolved into a poised young woman with dreams extending beyond the constellations. The day was destined for celebration, making the end of an era and the beginning of new adventures. But fate had other plans. Amidst the crowd, a mysterious woman approached Destiny. With eyes filled with years of untold stories and a voice that trembled with emotion, she introduced herself as Destiny's birth mother. As she unraveled tales of her trials and the gut-wrenching decision to let Destiny go, the young graduate was awash with a flood of emotions. "Why didn't they ever tell you?" the woman asked, her voice dripping with a mixture of accusation and sorrow. "Shouldn't you have known? They kept it a secret from you." Torn between shock, betrayal, and curiosity, Destiny's joyous day took a dark turn. The woman, sensing her vulnerable state, urged Destiny to join her, enticing her with promises of truth and introduction to a life she had been oblivious to. Destiny, struggling to process this avalanche of revelations, looked deep into the woman's pleading eyes. The celebratory atmosphere of graduation faded for Destiny, replaced by a storm of confusion and sadness. That evening, she sought answers from Anna and Matthew. Understanding the weight of the situation and the inevitability of the truth surfacing in today's digital age, they decided it was time for an open and heartfelt conversation. She felt overwhelmed and unsure of how to broach the subject, but with everyone present, she took a deep breath and began. "Mom, Dad, who was that woman I met earlier today?" The room was heavy with silence. Anna and Matthew exchanged glances, their face betraying a mix of fear and guilt. Destiny's heart raced as she awaited an answer, their silence confirming her worst suspicions. Swirling emotions threatened to overwhelm her. Anger, confusion, betrayal, they all fought for dominance. But before the emotions consumed her, she pushed for clarity. "I love you both so much. You're my world. But why hide the truth from me?" Matthew took a deep breath, his brow furrowed as he sought the right words. "We didn't deliberately lie, Destiny. We chose to withhold information that we felt might hurt you." "Withhold?" Destiny's voice rose, and she began pacing, her agitation clear. "So now, how should I feel, knowing that another woman has been out there, yearning for me, mourning for me, while I lived in blissful ignorance?" Anna hesitated before saying, "We can't be certain that everything she told you is accurate, Destiny." But the rift had already formed. Destiny grew distant, often coming home late or not at all, claiming to be at a friend's. Anna's suspicions grew. She believed Destiny might be seeing her birth mother. Destiny began to shut herself off entirely, not uttering a word to either parent. Matthew tried time and time again to bridge the gap, but each attempt was met with an icy wall of indifference. The atmosphere at home was stifling, a stark contrast to their once harmonious life. Words were exchanged sparingly, mostly about household necessities. To add to the pain, Destiny faced taunts from her peers about her adoption. "One day you were hungry and homeless, and then they took pity on you." Particularly spiteful classmates sneered at her one day. Then a heartbreaking day arrived. Destiny vanished, taking with her all the valuables from their home. All she left behind was a note for Anna and Matthew. "I'm going where I'm needed. My birth mother is sick and penniless. I need to be there for her. Don't search for me. You managed without me once, you can do it again." And that was the moment Anna's world shifted once more. Feeling numb and hollow since Destiny's departure, Anna had lost her purpose. Friends couldn't understand why Anna and Matthew never tried to find Destiny, but Anna believed in respecting Destiny's choices. A glimmer of hope arrived in the form of a letter and a photograph. It showed Destiny, radiant with happiness, standing beside the mysterious woman. The accompanying note conveyed Destiny's newfound joy with her biological mother. This revelation, while comforting, couldn't stave off life's harsh realities. The stress took its toll on Matthew, leading to 2 heart attacks in quick succession. Just like that, Anna found herself alone. Years of solitude made Anna retreat inwards. The walls of her home echoed the deafening silence of her heartache, pushing her outside for solace. She'd often walk by that memorable park, the site of countless family memories, but she couldn't muster the courage to step inside. One day, engrossed in her thoughts, Anna was jolted back to reality by a tug on her sleeve. A frail girl, no older than 10, was returning Anna's dropped wallet. The child's ragged clothes and thin frame indicated neglect, sparking a protective instinct in Anna. Anna tried to engage her in conversation, but the girl's silence and gestures suggested she might be deaf or mute. "Want some ice cream?" The girl's eyes lit up with a nod. They approached a nearby stall, and Anna ordered ice cream along with some cookies. As Anna rummaged through her wallet to pay, the girl's gaze fixed on a photograph tucked inside. She pointed to the image and whispered, "Mama," her eyes filling with tears. Startled, Anna asked, "What's wrong, sweetie? Why are you crying?" But the girl only repeated, "Mama," her voice choked with emotion, her fingers still directed at the photo. Anna, confused, tried to comfort her. A small crowd began to gather, their expressions a mix of concern and curiosity. A woman stepped forward, gently patting the little girl's back. "That's Sally," she informed Anna. "She lives on our street. Her mom, Destiny, is in the hospital, and her grandma isn't really looking out for her. She's been wandering about, probably looking for her mom. A neighbor's dog frightened her some months ago, and she's been quiet since. Destiny has been trying to handle everything, but it's clear Sally needs medical attention." Anna gasped at the mention of Destiny's name. "Please, can you take me to Destiny?" she implored. Inside the hospital, Destiny sat on a bed, grappling with the pain from her appendicitis. "Darn, why today of all days?" Destiny wondered. She thought about the 2-week paycheck she was expecting. Meanwhile, Sally was at home by herself. Well, not exactly alone. Leslie, Destiny's mother, was there. But in Destiny's eyes, having Leslie around was like being alone. She was more concerned with her own needs than caring for others. When Destiny first met her biological mother, she felt a deep sympathy for her. Leslie portrayed herself as a victim, a woman tormented by her husband, barely scraping by, while trying to provide for young Destiny. Leslie had shared with Destiny that in her direst moment, social services had taken Destiny away, placing her in the children's home. Leslie was manipulative. She made Destiny believe that she'd been searching for her all her life, and that her adoptive parents had purposely hidden Destiny from her. Being young and impressionable, Destiny believed most of what Leslie said. After all, she saw resemblances between herself and Leslie. It didn't take long for Destiny to see Leslie's true colors. Overwhelmed with shame for betraying her adoptive parents, Destiny couldn't face them again. When her adoptive father later passed away, the weight of guilt was even heavier. She felt that her adoptive mother must detest her by now. When Destiny met Nate, he felt like a refreshing change in her life. His optimism and encouragement were like a beacon for her. Upon learning of her pregnancy, Destiny excitedly shared the news with Nate. His reaction surprised her. "That's amazing!" he exclaimed and celebrated the news by getting drunk alongside Leslie. Their joint celebrations began to occur with alarming frequency. When Destiny reached the 8th month of her pregnancy, she had enough. She threw Nate out of the apartment, an apartment she'd been shouldering rent for. Leslie wasn't pleased. Having Nate around made it easier to pressure Destiny for money. As Destiny tried to rise from her hospital bed, a concerned nurse in her 50s hurried over, asking, "Where do you think you're going, young lady?" "I have to get home," Destiny responded urgently. "My little girl is all alone there." "You had surgery just yesterday. You can't leave now," the nurse exclaimed. But Destiny was adamant. "I have to go." She attempted to lift herself, clutching the bed's headboard. She barely registered the nurse swiftly administering an injection. Suddenly, a wave of heaviness overcame her. Her eyelids grew heavy, and a calm tranquility washed over her. "It's all right," the nurse reassured her, gently easing Destiny back onto the bed. There. It seems the anesthesia hasn't completely worn off. Rest now, sweetie. You'll be back on your feet in no time." Destiny's eyes fluttered open, instantly recalling her earlier resolve. While morning had greeted her earlier awakening, now dusk draped the room in a subdued light. "Looks like it's a quiet time now. This might be my chance," she thought. Feeling reinvigorated, she managed to stand with ease. But as Destiny prepared to make her escape, the door to the room swung open. The family of the woman sharing her room burst in with their exuberant greetings. With her exit now blocked, Destiny had little choice but to resume her position, feigning sleep. Soon after, a young voice chirped, "Mom? Mommy?" Still pretending to be asleep, Destiny's lips curled into a small smile. "Kids' voices sound so alike," she mused, momentarily lost in thought about Sally and the trauma that had stolen her voice. She fervently wished to one day get Sally the help she needed. Suddenly, a tiny hand gripped hers, pulling Destiny from her reverie. Eyes wide open, she exclaimed, "Sally? Sally!" Despite the sudden surge of joy, pain jabbed at her side when she tried to sit up too quickly. Wincing, she took a moment to recover, then pulled Sally into a tender embrace, tears forming. "How did you manage to find me here? It's so far from home." As Destiny peppered Sally with kisses, she was oblivious to another figure in the room. Anna, standing at the foot of the bed, softly spoke up. "Hello, Destiny." Startled, Destiny's gaze met Anna's. The weight of realization, remorse, and relief all converged at once. "Mom?" Tears flowed freely as Destiny confronted the enormity of her past decisions. The pain and regret evident in her eyes, she whispered apologies to Anna, seeking the forgiveness she felt she hardly deserved. Gently easing herself down, Destiny dropped to her knees, a cascade of tears blurring her vision. Anna, with immediate concern, helped her to her feet and enveloped her in a comforting embrace. Anna's voice, laced with deep emotion, broke the heavy silence. "From the very first day you came into my life, Destiny, you were a beacon of happiness. Despite the heartaches I faced with miscarriages and the pain of losing my husband, I always believed fate brought you to me," she continued. "When you left, my heart was shattered, yes, but anger or hatred never clouded my feelings for you. I understood your motivations, even if I didn't agree with them. You sought to help your biological mother. She had her struggles, and while I can't condone all her choices, I'm grateful to her for one undeniable gift: you." Anna's heartfelt words pierced Destiny's heart, drawing fresh tears. Their pain and love intermingled in the silence that followed. Breaking the stillness, Destiny whispered, "Mom, I'm so sorry. My youth and emotions clouded my judgment. I've passed by our home many times and even visited Dad's grave, but fear and shame kept me from facing you." Anna pondered Destiny's confession, then replied, "We all err. Some mistakes just weigh more than others. Yet rarely are these missteps entirely our own doing. I want you back home, Destiny. You remain the most precious part of my life, regardless of past actions." Days later, as Destiny prepared for discharge from the hospital, Sally clutched her side, adorned in a new, beautiful dress. Standing beside them, Anna looked visibly rejuvenated, as if a weight had been lifted from her shoulders. "Ready to head home, you two?" Anna's voice carried a warmth that felt like the embrace of a blanket. "Absolutely! Home! Grandma! Mommy!" Sally cheered, her eyes sparkling. The car journey began in a cocoon of quiet, but soon Sally, with the curiosity of a child, began bombarding Anna with questions. Anna responded to each with patience and love. Eventually, Sally's gaze turned to Destiny. "Mommy, why haven't we ever been to Grandma Anna's house before? I really want to spend time with her." Caught off guard, Destiny struggled to find words. Anna, sensing the tension, swiftly intervened. "Honey, your mommy was taking care of Grandma Leslie for a while." Sally's face crinkled in displeasure. "I don't really like Grandma Leslie." "Why do you say that, sweetie?" Destiny inquired, her voice filled with concern. "She often says mean things to me." Anna, ever the peacemaker, chimed in. "Sweetheart, Grandma Leslie has had her own struggles. She might have had bad days, but I promise she won't hurt you anymore." Reassured, Sally's attention shifted outside, her eyes dancing over the world of colors and shapes passing by. Arriving at Anna's welcoming abode, Sally's youthful energy propelled her out of the car and towards the house. Destiny, filled with emotion, walked up to Anna, wrapping her in a heartfelt embrace. After a few beats, she pulled away, eyes glistening. "Thank you, Mom. Truly, for another chance." Destiny and Sally began their new chapter in Anna's cozy home. Though the early days were filled with adjusting and settling in, Destiny couldn't push away the thoughts of Leslie, her biological mother. The past pain still lingered, but as weeks turned to days, Destiny's concern for Leslie grew. Days into their stay, Anna broached the topic of Leslie, suggesting perhaps it was time Destiny informed her of their whereabouts. Nervously, Destiny penned a letter to her birth mother, sparing Anna the details of its contents. With Sally's birthday around the corner, Destiny tried to divert her mind. She hoped that immersing herself in birthday preparations would help her move on. One afternoon, Anna went shopping, gathering groceries and picking out colorful wrapping paper for Sally's birthday gifts. As she exited the store, a familiar yet disheveled figure caught her eye. A woman, looking forlorn, held a plastic cup with a few coins, her eyes cast down. Drawing closer, Anna recognized the woman as Leslie. Though many would expect Anna to feel anger or resentment towards Leslie, she felt only compassion. Leslie's current state was a stark contrast to the stories she had heard. That night, The warm glow of Anna's dining room was punctuated by the delicious aroma of dinner. Destiny, Sally, and Anna worked together, laughing and chatting as they prepared salads and decorated a birthday cake. The house echoed with love and understanding, the kind only family can provide. The table was adorned with vibrant dishes, and the room was filled with the scent of freshly baked bread and the tantalizing aroma of the dinner. Anna paused for a moment, glancing at her wristwatch, then at Destiny and Sally with a mysterious twinkle in her eyes. "All right, everything looks wonderful," Anna said with a smile. "But before we start, we have one more thing to do. We're expecting a guest tonight. I know it might be hard, especially for you, Destiny, but it's time to let go of the past and focus on the future." Curiosity and a hint of apprehension filled Destiny's eyes as Anna walked to the front door. When it swung open, standing there was a figure Destiny immediately recognized, but she appeared so different. It was Leslie. Her hair, previously unkempt, was now neatly tied back. Her clothes, while simple, were clean, and her posture showed signs of weariness. Yet the most striking change was in her eyes, which reflected a mix of hope and uncertainty. Destiny's heart raced as she took in the sight of her biological mother, transformed yet unmistakably the same. When Anna ran into Leslie outside the store, they ended up talking for a while. Leslie opened up about the wrong choices she had made and admitted she had hurt many people. With tears in her eyes, she told Anna she was ready to walk away from their lives forever if that's what Anna wanted. She sincerely wished for forgiveness, not necessarily to be part of their lives again, but to know that there was a chance for a fresh start somewhere else. Anna, ever the compassionate soul, looked into Leslie's tear-filled eyes and spoke from the heart. "You know, Leslie, forgiveness is a powerful thing. It doesn't mean that what you did was okay, but it means that we're choosing love, understanding, and a new beginning over holding on to past hurts." Leslie, shaking slightly from the weight of her regrets, could barely find her voice. "I don't deserve it. After all I've done, after the mess I've made of Destiny's life, and yours." Anna gently placed a hand on Leslie's arm. "It's not about deserving. Everyone has the capability to change, to grow. It's about recognizing your mistakes and genuinely wanting to make amends. I can see that in you now." Leslie broke down. "I've been so lost, Anna. I've hurt so many people, especially Destiny and that little girl. I want to change, but I don't know where to begin." Anna, with a kindness that came naturally to her, said, "Let's start with dinner tonight." Anna, always one to see the good in others, felt that Leslie, despite her past, was truly remorseful. She believed that everyone deserved a chance at redemption, even Leslie. Seeing the worn-out woman in front of her, Anna made a spontaneous decision. She decided to help Leslie, not just with kind words but with actions. They first stopped by a nearby clothing store. Anna picked out some comfortable yet stylish clothes for Leslie, wanting her to feel confident and valued. Next, they headed to Leslie's rundown apartment. The place was cluttered, and it was evident that Leslie had been struggling. With a gentle voice, Anna told her to gather her things. As Leslie packed, she was overwhelmed by emotion. She looked up at Anna, tears forming in her eyes, trying to find the right words. Before she could say anything, Anna spoke, her voice filled with warmth and understanding. "You're Destiny's mother, too. No matter our past, I believe everyone deserves a chance at love and family, and I think you need Destiny in your life just as much as she might need you." The birthday party was filled with warmth and good cheer. There was the sweet sound of laughter echoing in the room, and an array of delectable dishes adorned the table. Leslie was often overwhelmed with emotion. Every so often, she'd get up, tears streaming down her face, and embrace Anna tightly, as if to say thank you without words. As days turned into weeks, Destiny dove headfirst into her college studies, passionately chasing her dreams. Sally, with her infectious enthusiasm, quickly made friends at her new school. The house echoed with their cheerful stories from school and college when they returned home. Meanwhile, Anna and Leslie spent their days together, chatting about everything under the sun. They reminisced about old times, shared amusing anecdotes, and occasionally indulged in some lighthearted gossip. Anna had endured a comfortable life for herself and her family, thanks to her and her late husband's wide financial decisions. But after a while, Leslie began to feel a bit restless. One day, over a cup of tea, She admitted to Anna that she felt uneasy living off her generosity. She yearned to earn her own living and contribute in some way. Anna understood. So when they learned that the local store was hiring, Leslie applied and was soon packing groceries with care and pride. Every evening, the house came alive with chatter. Destiny and Sally would talk about their day. Leslie would share funny incidents from the store, and Anna would recount memories. They were building a new chapter of their lives, one day at a time, cementing their bond as a true family. Several months had passed since Leslie started working. One day, she mustered the courage to approach Anna with a proposal. "I've been thinking," Leslie began hesitantly, "maybe I should start contributing to the household expenses, like paying some rent?" Anna looked taken aback. Her eyes widened a bit, and she seemed momentarily lost for words. After a pause, she finally responded, "Leslie, we're family now. Family doesn't charge each other rent." Leslie lowered her gaze, her face reflecting her internal struggle. "I just want to contribute," she murmured, "to be a part of everything." Anna approached Leslie and gently lifted her chin. "You are a part of everything, every day, in every laugh we share and every meal we cook together. Your presence and the love you give to Destiny and Sally are more valuable than any financial contribution." Tears welled up in Leslie's eyes as she nodded, understanding the depth of their bond. They hugged tightly, with Anna whispering, "Let's never talk about this again. We're family, and that's all that matters." For the next 2 years, life flowed in a tranquil manner for everyone in the family. However, this peaceful period was abruptly interrupted when Anna was diagnosed with an uncommon illness that necessitated immediate hospital care. Upon further medical examinations, it was revealed that her kidneys were deteriorating rapidly. The doctors provided a somber outlook, emphasizing the urgent need for a kidney transplant. Unfortunately, the waiting list for a kidney was overwhelmingly long, and time was not on Anna's side. Seeing Anna's distress, Leslie, without a second thought, left her job and volunteered to be Anna's kidney donor. The depth of this selfless act brought tears to Anna's eyes. She tried to dissuade Leslie, mentioning that she didn't need to make such a sacrifice, especially if other donors became available. However, Leslie firmly responded, expressing her unwavering commitment to helping Anna, regardless of other potential options. Over the next few weeks, Leslie underwent a series of tests to determine her compatibility as a donor. The results came back positive. She was a match for Anna. This news brought a glimmer of hope to the family during an otherwise dark time. Leslie took Destiny's hand and said, "Your mom has given us so much. This is my chance to give back, to show how much I appreciate all she's done." The day of the surgery was a nerve-wracking one. Anna and Leslie, both prepared for the procedure, shared a tender moment before being wheeled into their respective operating rooms. "You have a big heart, Leslie," Anna murmured, her eyes wet with tears. "I hope you know how much this means to me." Leslie simply smiled, squeezing Anna's hand. "I know, and it means the world to me too." The surgery lasted for several hours, with Destiny and Sally waiting anxiously in the hospital's waiting room. When it was over, the doctors delivered the good news. Life resumed, but now there was a noticeable difference in the atmosphere. The family seemed to radiate a newfound vibrancy and unity. Leslie, who had once played many roles in the family, blossomed into an even more nurturing figure. She not only embraced the role of a doting grandmother, cherishing every moment with Destiny and Sally, but also became a confidant and trusted friend to Anna. Her presence was a comforting pillar that everyone leaned on, knowing they would find warmth and guidance. Destiny's journey had been a whirlwind of late nights, study sessions, and personal growth. College had molded her, challenging her academically and personally, helping her discover her passions and potential. As the days sped by, her graduation day loomed on the horizon, symbolizing the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. Anna slowly made her way to the familiar park one day, each step brimming with memories of the past. The gentle rustling of the leaves and the distant laughter of children playing brought her back to the very day she met Destiny. The park was not just an ordinary place for Anna. It was a testament to life's unexpected turns and the power of human connection. As she meandered through the winding paths, Anna paused by the very bench where their lives had intertwined. She could almost picture Destiny's young face filled with innocence and curiosity. The memory felt like both a moment and a lifetime ago. Being at this nostalgic spot, Anna was overwhelmed by the understanding of how kindness and forgiveness had shaped her life. Through every challenge, Anna had chosen the path of understanding and compassion, and in doing so, she had created a legacy of love and warmth around her. A deep sense of gratitude welled up inside Anna, gratitude for the lessons, for the people in her life, and for the grace that had guided her. Raising her face towards the sky, she let out a heartfelt smile, one that reflected all the contentment in her heart. Taking a deep breath, she felt the peace of the moment wash over her. With her heart full, Anna turned from the park, ready to continue her journey, carrying with her the wisdom and love from all her